How would you feel if the government swooped in and froze $120,000 of your home sale just because you missed one piece of paper? Buckle up, guys, because it's already happening. Nobody's sounding an alarm on this, but they should be. Because while everyone's busy arguing about house prices, the ATO, the Australian Tax Office, has quietly loaded the trap. And trust me, guys, if you're not paying attention, then you're about to get cleaned out. 15% of your entire sale proceeds are gone overnight. No warnings, no lifelines, just poof, straight into the taxman's pocket. All thanks to a sneaky little rule change that almost nobody's talking about. A change that could cost you over $120,000 simply because you didn't tick a box. Since January 1st, 2025, guys, every property seller in Australia must get a clearance certificate from the ATO before settlement. That's right, guys, no one's talking about this bombshell. But the Australian Tax Office just rewrote the playbook for property sales. So if you're not paying attention, you could possibly lose 15% of your entire sales proceeds overnight. So here's the deal, guys. Since January 1st, 2025, anyone selling property in Australia must get a clearance certificate from the ATO. And if you don't, the buyer is legally required to withhold 15% of your sales price and send it straight to the ATO office. 15% gone, poof, instantly. And you know what, guys? You won't see that money again until you file your next tax return, which could be months, maybe over a year if you're a self-employed person, depending on what you sell. So guys, now I want you to think about this, right? The median Aussie property price right now is about $815,912. Yes, I picked a rattling in the air, but no, it's an average Australian Bureau statistic figure, okay? So 15% of that, what is that? To do the maths in my brain, well, it's a brutal $122,386 frozen, okay? All because of one missed paper. And it doesn't matter if you're selling a little 400k unit or a $2 million house in Sydney's East. This rule applies to every property sale right now. And there's no threshold anymore, no exemptions or no second chances. And worse still, the withholding rate used to be 12.5%. Now it's cranked up to 15%. Most sellers still have no clue this rule has changed, and even for some conveyancers, some of them are sleeping on the wheel. So now you must be scratching your head a little bit worried, but what is a clearance certificate? So a clearance certificate is an official document that says that you are an Australian resident for tax purposes and that you shouldn't have any foreign capital gains tax rules applied to your sale. What is the good news though? Well, it's free. And want to hear the bad news? Well, it can take up to 28 days to process this certificate. So if it's not ready by the time you settle, well, the buyer's solicitor is legally forced to yank 15% of your money even if you beg, you cry. It's not your fault. The buyers can't do anything about it. No clearance certificate, no money for you. And imagine that for a second, guys. You sell your 800k property approximately, and you're counting on that every dollar to buy your next property. And then boom, 120k is missing. And right now you're scrambling, you're calling a broker, oh, I need a bridging loan, I need some emergency cash from family. And as you can tell, the stress is building up. And you know what? This could have been completely avoidable. Now, on a positive note, my investor clients that use my recommended solicitors all know about this, right? They're all playing the smart game and not getting played by it. As I said in many of my other videos, they're all right now refinancing and cash out and using that equity to buy a property 100% leveraged by the bank, which the bank is taking a risk, no money down, to secure property deals right now, buying from distressed buyers, while everyone else is panicking because when chaos smashes the unprepared, the sharp ones takes the gold. And guys, that is the brutal truth that I keep harping about on this channel. But just to make it really simple for you guys, right? If you plan to sell any property right now, anytime soon, just make sure you need to immediately apply for a clearance certificate before you sign the dotted contract to exchange. Remember, guys, don't think about fixing it later. You probably don't have time. You're probably too busy in your own life and you probably would have forgotten about it. Because if you're missing the certificate, 15% of your wealth gets frozen. No appeals, no sub stories. Because basically you're just another seller caught napping. And you know what, guys? And while you're scrambling around, my investor clients will be stacking. Yes, they'll be stacking properties, stacking equity, and stacking generational wealth. Because that's the game right now, which is to move smart or get moved. So right now, if you're serious about playing the game right, if you're serious about building wealth while everyone else tumbles, Well, guys, there's a 15-minute or 60-minute call that you can book with me for a consult strategy, and we can help you unlock this strategy to protect your cash flow, build wealth, and end the generational curse in your family. If you like this video so far, please support this growing channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification for future videos like this. And until next time, I'll see you in the next Property Roast.